Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andrew Dick. Okie dokie, what's happening on the lovely island of Sint Maarten? We begin with the news of course, the 1 year anniversary for the Look to Mercelina cabinet. Of course, it is being commemorated by different press releases from the ministers about the great work that they have started and that they are doing and what they have succeeded. The Minister of Finance sent out a press release basically giving points of key achievements, is what she called it. Now, it's important for the late night to also give you a rundown of what these ministers have done so far and what is lacking. And we begin with, of course, let's say we start off with the Minister of Finance, Marinka Gomes. The minister, very much so, during the press briefings, always comes and she's ready to tell you something. I swear to God, that this hand movement is the only thing that's missing from the minister. Because whenever she speaks with command. And you don't believe me, don't worry, I got a clip for you. Take a look.
As your Minister of Finance, I'm excited to welcome you to Financial Literacy Month 2025, a time dedicated to empowering you, our community, to take charge of your financial future.
Okay, so there you go. Straight to the point, no nonsense. But what has he actually done for finance? Well, of course, Mulbe is the head of that ministry when it comes to the responsibilities, and finance is supposed to secure Mulbe for us. But up to now, that hasn't been done. So we're going to give the minister a 5 out of 10. Okay, yeah, we're going to start off with 5 out of 10 for the Minister of Finance, Marinka Gomes. Let's move on to the Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport, Melissa Gomes. I have not seen anything tangible when it comes to education because the minister is so good at keeping it flowing. So I don't know if that's a good thing or that's a bad thing because you don't really hear anything when it comes to education. It looks like it's continuing its automatic track and it's going and it's going and it's going. But what's lacking is substance from the ministry because the minister decides to have her own press briefings and talk to herself in her with her phone because she does a Facebook Live update on her own and nobody gets to ask her no questions. I mean, only, supporters end up asking questions on her Facebook, but maybe during press briefings, which I'm not invited, so this is really, I shouldn't say press briefing at all. Yeah. Okay. So education, culture, youth and sports, she did a good job organizing the St. Martin's Day festivities, so we have to give her that one. Of course, there are a lot more culture events that took place, and as far as sports is concerned, the fields are being updated and are being upgraded, so you can't go too hard on that one. So we're gonna give her 6 out of 10. That's Melissa Gomes, the Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sports. Let's go to maybe justice. Yes, let's go to justice. The Minister Natalie Tackling. Yes, Minister Natalie Tackling. This one rough. You know why it's rough? Because she inherited the problems of the education, of the justice ministry. It was inherited, so it's unfair for me to just come out and just say, she didn't give the right positions to the police officers or the justice workers. Up to now, they're waiting for their batch. So you gotta give her a 4 out of 10. I give her a 4 out of 10. Natalie Tackling, the Minister of Justice, just because she speaks nice. Yeah, she speaks nice. All right. Let's go to Minister of VSR, Richel Brugge. I got to take my paper for this one because I love how the minister during the press briefings always comes and talks to us like we're in school. You don't believe me? Okay, this is a clip of the minister reading.
The next update pertaining to SZV. Last week, my cabinet and the cabinet of the Ministry of Finance met jointly with CFT. And I want to again highlight how constructive and collaborative that meeting was. This new way of working together openly and in partnership is the direction we need for long-term financial stability in healthcare.
Okay, so there you see the minister reading, and I swear that the minister had to be the best reader in his class, because whenever he reads, he makes sure he enunciates where he screams. It's kind of crazy. The hat and the cat must be loose. All right, let's go to Minister of Tourism. That's the Minister of Tiat, Christopher Martin. Besides her trying to close down 721 district, let me see what else are some of the bottlenecks. You have the marketplace. Okay, we have that one. All right, okay. The minister's organizing a Soca Rumble for next year. So I guess that's good for the orange economy. What else? The tourists are coming back. Do we attribute it to the Minister of Theatre or just good marketing that we have now going? I don't know. You decide. But we're going to give her a 3 out of 10. Yes, that's the Minister, Christopher Martin. She getting a 3 out of 10 just because instead of focusing on closing nightlife establishments, focus on what matters, like the marketplace. Yeah, we still remember that one. We do a groundbreaking for it, and up to now, nada, zilch, zero. It's a pigeon coop. It's a chicken coop right now, actually. What's a chicken I see there over there? Jesus Christ. All right. Let's go to the Minister of Bromie. Minister of Bromie, and that is, of course, Patrice Gomes. Now, the Minister of Bromie focuses on two things. Not signing licenses and not signing licenses. He got one job. Sign the licenses so you can have building permits, so we can build, so we can fix, so that we can get to a better economy. Instead, we have the minister that is doing stagnant type of reviews. Their own Ministry of Bromie, the own employees complain about the favoritism that's happening in that ministry. So, where do we put Patrice Gomes? We put him at a 3 also, a 3 out of 10. He gets in a 3 out of 10. Yeah, all right. That's it. And of course, the Prime Minister of Sint Maarten, Dr. Luc Mercelina, it's important for me to tell you from now that I will be very biased when it comes to this because he's my favorite doctor. Not my favorite politician, my favorite doctor. And the ambulance and the fire department situation is still ongoing. They're on go slow still. And up to now, we haven't had any type of crucial developments when it comes to these unions, up to now. So the question is, what will happen to the fire department and the ambulance department after this goes slow? Will it still continue after so much months waiting for the Prime Minister to wake up and realize that he needs to focus on his own ministry? I'll tell you something. So Mr. Brown was on the road. You know, BC and TV, always in your face with a camera. And when he was there, he saw the leader of the No Party faction in Parliament, of course, Lyndon Lewis. I always call him the leader of the No. Chris would have come for me. Anyway, Lyndon Lewis, he spoke to Mr. Brown about the performance of the government so far.
With the former Justice Minister and still you are an aspect of the Justice Department as we speak. Recently, of course, we spoke about the situation in Parliament. Now, what is the good news for the fire department and the ambulance service?
Well, right now, Mr. Brown, I can tell you I have not heard anything from the Prime Minister coming into that direction. As I mentioned before, a lot of us like to go in different people's ministry and portfolios, but now when it hits home, nothing is happening. I urge the Prime Minister and his Council of Ministers to do the necessary in order to make the wishes of the fire department and ambulance department a reality, because Sint Maarten is at its brink. When you touch the first line workers, you touch the entire part of this country.
Let me just turn the question in a different way. What is the Prime Minister doing right?
What is the Prime Minister doing right? Mr. Brown, you have to ask the Prime Minister that. Because I'm confused. I'm at a point where I'm just seeing confusion. I'm hearing about commitments. But who are we supposed to be committed to is to the general public of Sint Maarten, and by extension again, the frontline workers such as the fire department and the ambulance department. It is necessary that their functions are regulated. It is necessary that we look at our cost of living and see what our civil servants are going home with, that we make that difference in their lives.
But
first.
I mean, I know this wasn't this was not appointment, but can you say the Prime Minister meet a situation in midway?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did, but he decided to become Prime Minister. So from the time you decide to become the Prime Minister of the country or a Minister of the country, you have to take what you get, because it's about continuity.
So it's not necessary he become a scapegoat?
Well, I would not say scapegoat. I would not say that I would say he inherit the situation, but again, the Prime Minister has a lot of energy. He has a lot of energy for a lot of things.
Verbal energy or physical energy?
Verbal energy. But like I say, now that it hits home, I said it before, put your money where your mouth is.
Right, lastly.
Make it happen for the people in this country.
Lastly, would you would attempt to write a document to give to the Prime Minister to help him?
Yes, listen, I'm always about solution oriented. It's up to the Prime Minister, who should also listen to the opposition part of Parliament and take the necessary tips that we have to assist. That is what they need to do. They need to stop watching us as opposition and just watch us as members of Parliament.
So he's not listening?
They don't listen to us.
He's resistant at this moment?
They don't listen to us.
He's resistant?
The Prime Minister heard what I said, and the Prime Minister have my number. I'm tired of reaching out to this government to assist individuals who just not getting help.
Give me my number again. This is publicly Prime Minister, the former Minister of Justice.
I stay open.
He's willing to write a document. You're going to send him an email?
Yes, I could.
Not you can.
Yes, the Prime Minister will get the necessary from me, but like I say, many things that they are getting from members of Parliament seems to go on deaf ears. When members of Parliament also request meetings, as you see, it takes forever for the meetings to be confirmed.
Right, and lastly, now we're going to finish now. Let the public know that there is no confrontation between minister and parliamentarian.
No, listen, there's no confrontation. Again, this is the political arena. Politics supposed to be there to serve the people of this country, not to be, standing off, grandstanding. We're supposed to come with solutions for the betterment of this country. So whether I am in opposition or in coalition, I am a leader in this country, and my job is to advise my government, not only hold them accountable, but also advise them on how we could move this country.
Well, he better listen, because 22,000 person is listening, so he better listen.
Well, a lot of people have played games during the process or during the tenure in Parliament, the parliamentary term. But when the election comes, you see everybody's knocking at people's doors for votes. But again, the people have to reflect on the time that they had in power to make that difference for the country.
So thank you again, and you have the attitude of a leader, and you're going to be in politics for a long, long time.
Thank you, Mr.
This is according to BCN TV analysis.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Okay, so there you have it. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, more Late Night. Stay with us.
Watch it. Ha! Bad. Anyway, them see me, me gun them a chat. Fussing up the place with my style. What kind of thing that style where we fling?
Having trouble with my internet. It's dropping in my bedroom and the kitchen.
Problem in your internet is your Wi-Fi. You see, things like the size of your house, the building materials you use, like concrete walls, whether you have multiple floors. And let's not forget the distance between your modem and your devices, like your computer, your phone, TV. All these have an effect on the quality and the strength of your Wi-Fi.
How do you know this stuff?
You need to check Telem. They have mesh devices that allow you to create your own smart Wi-Fi network to cover your entire home. It's a few small devices working together like a team to cover your entire house with strong Wi-Fi signal. Super easy. Here, I get one from Telem today. Download the app from your phone app store, plug in the device, and plug into the modem. When light blinks blue, it's ready to pair via the app. Go to app, click next, and follow the instruction. Place a second device where you need coverage. Boom, now you're covered. Telem makes it super easy. They offer convenient payment plans of just $12 a month. And my guy, and if you opt to get the fiber plan, they'll come and install it for you. Guess what? For free.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna get my smart Wi-Fi plan today.
Hey, let's do this thing.
Today self.
Get your smart Wi-Fi from Telem today.
Welcome back. Now, the gang of SOS Radio, Tuesday, the Fernando Clark program with Christopher Emmanuel and some other guest speakers talking about different things that's happening in Sint Maarten. They also had much to say about the one-year anniversary of the Luc Messelina II cabinet. Take a look.
I am listening to the news, and I listen to myself, but what is newsworthy in this? The Minister of Plenipotentiary attended the commemoration of World War II in the historic for whom?
In Ghana now?
In Ghana, and women's rights and equality, and is a big thing for Sint Maarten. And
she's in Ghana, but they asked her for independence. She wanted independence. But in the African countries.
No, but Chris got a point. If you look at some of the headlines, DNA database sharing,
nothing to do with
Kingdom partners.
Nothing to do with
what is that doing for Sint Maarten?
Nothing to do with the people.
And it's on your front page.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean,
DNA data, not anything. So okay, and what is that doing?
Yeah, nothing for the people.
What is it doing for the people? What is it doing for Sint Maarten?
But Chris, you know, we could ramp and rave, and the bottom line is that Sint Maarten people are learn how to vote. You know?
Okay.
That's the bottom line. You know?
All right.
It's about the voting when the voting time comes, you know. It's about voting,
Right.
and until I just say that they like it so.
Billy,
They like it so.
they like it
the
so.
paper says there are 1,800
Yeah,
cars.
I read it.
And 1,800 cars in a
Yeah,
Billy.
I read it.
Billy, every corner of this island you turn is old cars on the road, old cars park up, old cars on the sidewalk, all over this island.
You should also how much motorbikes we got. You should also
You look my car, look at my tail. Okay.
No, it is a mess. It is, and you said something, Chris, and it's a fact. You can leave Juliana Airport and take 3 hours to reach town. You know?
Yeah.
And when I mean town, bumper to bumper. I don't know how the taxi drivers don't manifest and don't complain. Because they're losing a lot of money.
The bus drivers too.
Yeah,
Bus drivers say when they could make 8 trips in a day. Now if you get 3 or 4, you're lucky.
But nobody says nothing.
No, but you see what happened to people tired of complaining. And a lot of people they talk to will tell you, complain for what? What will happen? What are they going to do? There's no results.
And you see, there's an opportunity. When you see these sort of things happen, there's an opportunity. And here's where your country has to open and be in a different type of mindset of thinking out of the box. All right? Now, do you know you can take a boat from in Phillipsburg, Captain Hodge Pier, and go all the way down to Porto Kupakoy?
Christopher.
Yes.
Christopher.
Now, if imagine you have 2 boats, one running going down, one running coming up, and people can take that boat. They're going to stop off by the police station back there, go on, come in, Billy, go under the bridge, and go in the lagoon and go all the way down by the airport, stop off there, then go all the way down to Puerto Cupacay. That's an opportunity.
Christopher, I had a boat. Invest in everything ready. Taking 200 passengers from Point Blanche on a pair. Bring them in Simpson Bay, Mullard Bay, go around through Marigot, come in Marigot, go to Green Cars, go to Orion Bay, and be back on time to take back the same cruise ship. You know why you need that? According to the French government, a seatbelt.
A boat?
A seatbelt.
Seatbelt and insurance.
Now here's my thing. Now,
you know what I do? You know the kind of traffic. I know people. Captain Raja used to leave from Green Cars with the boat, go straight and when you're walking away there. He go straight and back up when with the boat. No traffic and everything. He put back on the clothes, come back home.
No, look at that. But Billy, you have the long, slender boats with a cabin that is covering. Nobody getting wet. Nobody. You could imagine 50 people. Now, what you're going to do now?
Going Nevis, then I heard that pretty boat going air condition. Not the Macana. No, there's another boat. Okay. With blue seats and pretty air condition and everything. Hold at least 100 passengers.
You got people. You got a parking garage.
There's another boat.
You have your parking garage right there in Phillipsburg, where the old post office used to be. You go 4 floors up, parking garage, security and everything there, paid parking. Everybody coming and they're parking in Phillipsburg, walking over by Captain Hodge, taking that little ferry. You got to stay in traffic. You got to be bumper to bumper. You don't have nothing stopping you, and you're going to reach all the way down to Puerto Cupacay. Where is it stopping? It's stopping by the police station, by the bridge. It's stopping by the airport thing right there, and then it's reaching all the way down Puerto Cupacay.
The thing I believe happening a lot now is that any oil, Christopher.
Then leave the taxi association object to it, because the taxi association don't drop local people nowhere.
Yeah, but Christopher, anything work on farm in Sint Maarten now, I believe that politicians will say, what's in it for me?
Yes.
So because there's nothing in it for them, or they have to make the investment, it doesn't happen.
How the taxi association, how the taxi association is going to be against it when it's benefiting them? It's less traffic. Because that's 50 cars. That's 100 cars off of the road because you got the boat going down, you got the boat coming up. It's not for tourists, it's not for tourists. It's for local people. Everybody was in the Phillipsburg area, and you are working over the hill.
But Chris,
coming back home now, you in bumper to bumper.
Before you get to that, do we have a transportation organization?
No.
Okay. If I know that a bus is passing a particular time every time, I could leave my car home.
Yes.
I could leave my car home if I know that a bus, how we have it in New York, you know, exactly the time I could leave my car home. But if you ain't got no good bus transportation, I can't leave my car
everybody have a car.
But that's what I'm saying. Because we need to put up good bus transportation.
It depends on where you live. Because if you live in Soccer Garden, one of them side roads, you got to walk down the road.
You think you're ever going to stop Gypsy from walking?
Wait.
You can never stop Gypsy because people are satisfied with the Gypsy.
You know what killed me with the Gypsy? The Gypsies now got a light in the car taxi, you know.
No, you see what happened, Fernando and Billy? You have to regulate things.
That's it.
Regulate it and simply put down the rules. All right? Simply put down the rules.
That's it.
But where are we going? You can't see. You know, it blows my mind. And you feel comfortable talking and saying these things to the people of Sint Maarten. A marketplace. A simple marketplace. Okay? The cruise industry put up money for it. The last time you spoke to the people of Sint Maarten, they're going to start this time, they're going to get done, they're going to get this. Then when you come back now, final designs are being looked at by the cruise. That's not what you told us. And what final designs they got to look at? What final, you explain to me, Fernando, why a cruise ship got to check a final design of a marketplace?
You said before.
Explain that to me.
They put the money. Is their money.
Okay. What design they want?
Is their money, Chris?
The poor people, the poor vendors themselves.
Okay.
They are.
The poor vendors and them vote for them. The poor vendors and then the same poor vendors were fed up, voted for them.
So they got caught.
Okay.
So they got caught.
Okay, voted for them.
Well, I would like to see an election called next week and see if those vendors is going to continue voting for them.
Okay.
But I know Christopher keeps saying something, and it's true. Something is wrong with this.
Yeah.
So, okay.
A lot of things.
No, but something, Fernando, there's, I don't know if it's a generational cause, a malediction, something wrong. They got something wrong. It's impossible that, and I always going to say this, for the last 100 years in St. Martin,
Only St. Martin.
Only St. Martin people was elected.
We need
Only St. Martin people suffering.
But
we need some.
We never had no Dutchman was never elected as I know and no prime minister in St. Martin. So why is it that we in this situation?
Billy?
The minister of Rome is a St. Martin, the minister of Justice St. Martin, the minister is St. Martin people.
And not one of them, not even the prime minister. Not even the prime minister. The prime minister tell him go and give an interview to a United States media house. But when it comes to St. Martin, he can't say nothing to St. Martin. The fellow from GB.
I don't understand.
Can't say nothing to St. Martin. Nothing.
Up to now, you know who organized that, you know who arranged it, and who organized it.
Nothing. We can't hear nothing
around, but nobody.
from St. Martin. Nothing. Nothing.
So you understand why the people are saying, why complain? What's going to happen?
Okay.
What are you going to do?
No, but a lot of people are saying that, there's no need to complain.
Yeah, a lot
just
of
tell you
people.
there's no need to complain.
Yeah.
Just live with it.
A lady from Belvedere told me she heard so many convincing people come and tell her, we're going to fix this. She was even referring to the guy from the party that was coming along again. Gio, yeah. Even she said, make it sound so good. Nothing happening.
No, but Gio would have fixed it if you had voted for him.
So what she said.
If he had get elected, Gio would have fixed it.
She said.
It's one thing. Gio believe in his Belvedere.
Gio believe in Belvedere. No?
But for the person.
But you ain't vote for him.
Nothing happening.
But you ain't vote for him. Remember, how you want him to fix it if you didn't vote for him?
You don't vote for him, he can't help you. Huh? He tried.
If you ain't vote for him, he can't help you.
He tried.
Oh, but the people are hopeless, you know. I mean.
They can't be hopeless enough for that, no. They give the Prime Minister 1,300 votes, you know. 6 months before, he only had 700, you know. 6 months after, he had 1,300 votes, you know. And nobody said nothing, you know. You can imagine that happened to me? I would have been indicted again, you know.
What the first thing in Kyoto, what are you doing? You should be.
What you do? You should be.
Why? Because we bring it in, we love being beggars, we like to beg, we beggars, and we ain't trying nothing. We ain't bold enough to say,
but you know what, just, we don't look out for our people. We make systems, we do things. Listen, in St. Martin, in 2025, you become a senior citizen, you may as well come.
It was said right here by Dr. Judith Arnell in Fernando Antonio Point program. The senior citizens in St. Martin are being homeless.
Yes!
Senior citizens live in
telling you.
They cannot afford to pay the rent from their pension.
The pension and all of that.
Becoming homeless.
Yeah.
Born in St. Martin.
That's what I'm telling you. Once you.
But you may ask this though. I don't know how, as a politician, a leader in this country, how you could sleep in the night knowing that a senior citizen is homeless.
Hundreds of them.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
And when the no party say,
that I don't understand.
When the no party say, we will increase the old age and senior citizen pension and make it equal across the board, similar to the northern side, because we have a plan and we know they get it done. They vote for credit. They vote for no.
They vote anonymously on the other side.
Let me tell you, there's something brewing in this country.
Oh yeah.
It's just brewing and brewing and brewing. Okay? I am, and again, because I spoke to the director.
In all due fairness, St. Martin people are not preparing their future. True. And we got a serious problem. We got a generation in this country.
Yeah.
They're not thinking about their future.
No. You see what you're saying, Billy?
They're not thinking. We are not preparing our future. And Macron said this on a big meeting, he said, the future is prepared. We are not prepared for the future. We got parties 7 days a week and 24 hours in this country.
Billy,
We're not thinking about the future.
Minister Brugh and Minister Heiliger, please. You don't have to listen to Chris, you don't have to like Chris, you don't have to do nothing. Okay? People of Sint Maarten, please. Lions Club, Rotary, because I know you guys came to Parliament and asked for certain changes. Please. Ban vaping and ban it now. Please. If you see the amount of young people vaping.
Not only vaping, they never used to smoke, you know.
Okay?
They never used to smoke.
Smoking.
But they vaping now.
Okay? Fernando, it is alarming.
The minister could do that?
Yes.
The minister
Yes.
How are we going to do it? Because other ministers can put in it.
Okay? No. It's not a thing for them to vote against or vote for, you know. It falls under the jurisdiction of the Minister of Health, okay, and the Minister of TIAT.
So they can stop it.
Okay, and they can stop it. Listen, simply say the importation of vaping and these are things is no longer don't. They can do it. They don't need to vote on nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Billy, Mark, Fernando, it is at a crisis.
That's right.
Time for another commercial break. When we come back, more late night. Stay with us.
A new day begins. The sun rises over Sint Maarten, bringing new energy, new possibilities. This island was built on resilience, progress, and the strength of its people. Our connection is what moves us forward. It links our communities, our businesses, our families. From the heart of the island to the shores beyond, we've connected Sint Maarten. From every street to every home, this network was built for Sint Maarten by Sint Maarten hands. Connection isn't just about signals, it's about people. This is your island and your network recharged. Proudly local, we're here for today, tomorrow, and every milestone ahead.
It's time for your flashback. So let's take a look back at what took place in Sint Maarten back then.
Okie dokie, kids, what's happening on the lovely island of Sint Maarten? We begin with the news of the Sint Maarten Medical Center are having some issues. The issues are, well, has to do with many things that had to take place concerning the lovely Minister of BSR had promised, and now she's not there anymore. Now it's Regional Brugh problem. And it happened just the day after he took office. Oh my God, Minister Brugh. Instead of selling patties, you're going to have to do some work, buddy. I know for sure that the nurses and all those who are involved in the strike will be, demanding the things they need to demand because, they don't play. You know how Miss Brunilde Illich don't play? They don't play that. So, please pay attention to the lovely people of the Sint Maarten Medical Center as they continue going through a very hard time. I know that it's very difficult when you go to the hospital, especially the emergency room. You have to wait about 9 hours, 8 hours if it's a good day. Sometimes the people who get assisted quickly, like as soon as you reach at the medical center and you have a gunshot wound, and then you're so surprised because they're not asking you for ID card or any documents. They just like carry you in of the whole entire operation table, and they start to work right away, and you're like, wait, what? I don't have to wait for my gunshot wound? I'm not dying today? What's going on? That's when they're in a good mood. So imagine with them being in a bad mood, and we're already pissing them off because, we're playing with their money. We got to stop playing with the medical center staff money because this thing gonna get serious. We already don't have Simpson Bay, little outpost that we had there. We only have the medical center, guys. It's the only medical facility that is 24/7. So some kind of hope, because you still have to wait. But let me get something done. Let's see if Doc Messedina's gonna, do something, the Prime Minister, because he jumps in everybody's portfolio anyway, so he might come in and go like, Richanel, I will be taking care of this problem because I used to work there and it is important, it's imperative that all the nurses and the doctors receive what they need to receive. Make sure that my name is also on the list because I'm kind of still on call, but I'm not because I'm the Prime Minister of Sint Maarten. Also, in some other news, GEBE has decided to do something very weird. When I saw it, I was like, wait, what? So they sent out a notice a couple of days ago, which was pretty frantic. I don't know if Al could find that article for me from GEBE. If you go on the GEBE Facebook page, and I will basically show, read it for you. As soon as it comes up on stage on the screen. Now the statement was pretty funny. It's on the screen, right? Yeah, it's on the screen. So notice to NBGEB customers: implementation of load limiting feature in smart meters, whatever that means. GB is pleased to inform you about a new feature within the smart electoral meters called the load limiting option. What the hell is this? This functionality is designed to enhance service management and provide better energy usage monitoring. The load limiting option allows the electoral meter to restrict the amount of electricity available to your property if your account remains unpaid after the invoice due date. This means that while some essential devices may still function, your overall electoral supply will be reduced. This feature will automatically activate on the invoice due date if payments is not made. What? Let me read that again for those in the back. This feature will automatically activate on the invoice due date if the payment is not made. Please note that if payment is not received within 5 days after load limiting period begins, a full disconnection of the service will follow. To avoid inconvenience, GEB strongly encourages customers to make payments on or before the due date stated on their utility bills. We appreciate your cooperation and understanding as we improve our services. Wait a minute now, GB. Now, first of all, we didn't give you the okay to give me this, what? Implementation of load limiting feature. Load limiting feature. So it's basically, they are going to slow down or limit or bring down the amount of power that you use. So my blender is going to be half capacity. My computer is going to be at half capacity. My bulb, instead of being bright, is going to be a little bit bright. The lady's vibrator is going to be, you understand what I mean? What? The ladies need the full frontal features of electricity in order to charge what they need to charge. They can't do it halfway. I'm speaking about for all women out there. You see, I'm concerned. Why you didn't go into the smart meters, whereby it's just like a top-up. You put 200 gills on it, you got 200 gills worth of electricity. It goes to 205, you get a, hey, dog, cat, it's 5 gills over, or it's 10 gills over, or it's 100 gills over, bring it, because we are limiting your amount of use. I didn't even know GB could do that. Whoa. What does that even mean, limiting of the load? So that means, and let me get it right here. GB would know how much the bill would be, right? We don't have any billing problems anymore. you sending out correct invoices. And GB, let's not forget, you never used to charge us month to month. It always used to be, the billing system always used to be 3 months prior to, before. So in December, you can't charge me for December because you don't know what my consumption is going to be at the end of December because we're on the 27th, 28th. But what? At the end of the month, because I still owe for October, I'm going to start to hear in my house, zzz, and I got 5 days to come and pay, otherwise it's off. So we fix the generators and everything is good, and we fix the fuel class and we get our 50% that Omar proposed? Or is this your way of saying no? Somebody talk to me, somebody tell me something that I don't know. And whoever come up with a name, load limiting feature, no, that's horrible. Or you should call it power down. We're gonna power down you. It's almost simple.
Standby mode.
Standby mode. I like that. Oh, I got a better one. Snooze. Let's call it the snooze feature. But load limiting feature. Wow. And then what's wild is this feature will automatically activate on the invoice due date if the payment is not made. What? So the whole weekend? Remember how we know that on Fridays they don't cut, so we just be like, I got until Monday. Yay. No, Friday, zzz. So you're on snooze. Till Monday? They gotta look into this. And the thing is, they implemented it already, so they're just gonna do it. They're just gonna do it. All outstandings get in trouble. We're gonna have half a restaurant, half a club, half a business. Just like we got half a GB. Anyway, welcome to the Late Night Show. We have a good one for you. Of course, first week of the Council of Ministers, so they're getting into the groove. So next week we'll feature some the good speeches of these wonderful new ministers and what are some of the plans, because we got to get into the initiatives, all right? Yes, it rains everywhere in the world, and what we do is we tend to watch regionally or internationally what it does, and we just go like this. This is typical Sint Maarten people, eh? Hey, you see what happened in Miami, boy? Damn. Hey, you see what happened in Dominica? I guess that's why they just call them the land of many rivers. Anyway, I'm going on the beach. Or Santo. Jesus Christ, so much bad stuff. Oh my God. And then they had an earthquake. Woo. Sint Maarten? It happens in Sint Maarten? Ah! The ministers don't know what they're doing. We need to fix our infrastructure that has been the same for the past 50 to 60 to 70 years. And how do I know? I asked Sarah. Because Sarah was like, you know, Andrew, we didn't have no roads back in the day. I said, Sarah, wait, no, just don't give me stories like that no more. You got me messed up with the stories. Stop giving me stories. No, seriously, we didn't have the roads back in the day. So what they had, no, it was just open fields. I hope nobody strikes me. Anyway, sorry. Okay, Sarah, I'm done. See the links below. Thank you so much for watching the Late Night Show. Don't forget, like, follow, subscribe, and make sure you become part of the Late Night universe. All right? Thank you so much for watching. Until tomorrow, have a safe and pleasant one. Bye-bye.